Hello, my name is Justin Schell. I serve as the lead mentor of the Union School of Theology Learning Community in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's my pleasure to continue to introduce you to the ministry of Union and to answer questions about how Union is coming alongside of local churches and ministries throughout the U.S. to help raise up growing leaders for growing churches. Now, today's question is, what happens when a learning community meets? As mentioned in the previous video, a hub typically meets one weekday per week for 7 hours. They do this over 10 teaching weeks in the fall and 10 teaching weeks in the spring. Now, what happens during that time? Well, each day will start with a time of prayer and word together. It's a great reminder that the point of theological education isn't simply to fill our heads, but to stir up worship in the living God and Christ-likeness of character as well. God forbid that we turn out cold, stuffy men and women in our learning communities. It's a sweet time of fellowship and heart preparation for the day of study ahead. It is, after all, called a learning community. After that, the lead mentor will guide the students through the 3 modules for the year. Remember, one module is equivalent to 2 courses in the U.S. system. For example, the GDIP includes a module called Turning Points in Church History. That one module is equivalent to Church History 1 and Church History 2 at your typical U.S. university or seminary. You'll spend about 2 hours on each module. This will typically begin with a 30-minute lecture streamed in from one of Union's faculty. The lead mentor will then facilitate discussion over the content of that video, forcing students to begin to think more deeply about the content, whether it's a lesson in church history, preaching, or theology. The combination of lecture and guided discussion, of the didactic and Socratic, is designed to develop critical thinking and strengthen the learning process. The remaining time in each module is given towards discussion of what was learned, explored, discovered from the previous week. One student each week will lead that discussion time. That means that students must not only study between each weekly meeting, but are required to do a level of work, reflection, and preparation where they must come ready to lead and speak to the community. Nothing is a better teacher than when you're forced to teach and lead others on a topic. We want to finish each module or hub day thinking through how to then plan our study for the week ahead. The hub is based on the UK education system, where emphasis is put on self-study more than the lectures. For the hub, this means less lecture and less direction on out-of-class study than the typical U.S. approach, but the upshot is that it allows students more freedom to explore each topic in ways that are of interest to them. So, one student in the church history module, after the lecture on Augustine, may want to explore Augustine's teaching on the Trinity, while another may want to explore Augustine's preaching, and another might explore the Pelagian controversy. It's taken some time for those who are used to the U.S. system to adjust. And that adjustment is that they've often just been told what to read, when to read, etc. In contrast, this model of classical education helps the student becomes a lifelong, self-directed learner. What about you? What about your church and your city? Is there potential to partner to raise up pastor theologians for the city? Are you passionate about raising up the next generation of church planters, of gospel ministers in your church or your denomination? We'd love to help you. If you'd like to learn more, just go to www.thealo.gy or email unionus@thealo.gy. In our next video, we will explore the 2 degree programs available through the learning communities, the Graduate Diploma in Theology, or the GDIP, and the Masters of Theology, the MTH. I hope you'll watch. Goodbye for now.